Well, now we're here with our final wrap-up with Mr. Lee and seeing how he's progressed with his swing and see how his body is, so he's got a better swing. So, hello, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, hello.
Good. Anyways, so we were working on separating your upper and lower body so we could get more distance,
yes.
more accuracy, okay, and have a better body and better swing, right?
Yes.
So one of the things you had in swing fault was over the top, okay?
Yeah.
So if we look at our screen here, on the left is the before, okay? You can see how the club is outside the slot, okay? So that's over the top. In your after, you can see now that the club is inside the slot. So definitely we've got some more separation between our upper and lower body and getting the club on a better plane to hit the ball. Okay, and that's going to result in a lot more power for you.
Yes.
Okay, now you can definitely see the difference where the club was with the orange arrow. You can see here it's between your head and your shoulder, and here it's over by your shoulder. So it definitely has moved. The plane of the club has moved, and that's going to get you a better contact, more power.
Yes.
Is that good?
Thank you.
All right, perfect. That's what we want, okay? So with our client today, we've got a little better body. We can see it in his swing. He's got a little less over the top. He's basically right on plane now, so he's going to get more distance, more accuracy, because he's got a better body for a better game. So when Mr. Lee came to us, he had some issues in his body that created some swing characteristics that kind of robbed him of power in his golf swing. The biggest thing was he couldn't separate his upper and lower body, and therefore when he swung on his downswing, he came over the top, he slid on the way through impact, and it created a lot of power loss. So we gave him some exercises to help separate his upper and lower body. We also gave him some exercises to help his internal hip flexors to get a little more rotation there, okay? Because they were very tight, and that's not good. That's going to create him to slide a little more than he has to. So once he's done his exercises, as we saw in the before and after, you definitely see that there's over the top. He wasn't over the top. He was more in the slot, created a lot more power, and that's because he got some separation between his upper and lower body. And then his slide, he's starting to get a little better with his slide. He's starting to post with that left leg, and that creates a lot more power in his golf swing. Once he does that, he's going to hit the ball farther. He's going to score better because he's closer to the hole in that second shot. So with Mr. Lee, he got a better body. He's getting a better game. So going forward here with Mr. Lee, if he continues to do his exercise program as prescribed by us, he's going to see his backswing be set better on top. When he comes down, he's going to get more in the slot. He's going to be able to use that lower body a lot more than he is even now, get more power out of his swing, and he'll be able to stabilize that left side once he gets his exercise done more and more. So this is something that his body has got some limitations. We're unlocking those limitations. We're going to get him more power, and therefore he'll see better results the more he does his exercises. Well, welcome back to Better Body, Better Golf, and we're back today with our final episode with Miss Lee. Hi, Miss Lee.
안녕하세요.
So, what we're going to talk about here today with you is we have a couple swing faults here that we worked on last episode. The first one was S posture, okay? So this is your before. You can see how you have a little bit of arch in your back there, okay? It's very painful on that lower back if you keep that position. This is our after. We got a lot straighter back, so it's better neutral spine, okay? It gives you a better start at your golf swing. Your pelvis is in a better position, okay? So that's very important. Next thing is we talked about early extension. Remember we put the pole behind you and you had to keep your bum on the pole from setup all the way to top of the swing, all the way through impact. Okay, let's see how we did, okay? So this is one over here, is your before. And let's check that one out. As we go back, we start our downswing. And you can see right there, you can see how much we came forward, right? Now let's look at the after. I think you're going to be happy. Go back, and as she's coming down, same position as the other one. We're perfect. Okay, even though we still go far, see all the way through to impact, you kept your bum on the line, and then before, you're way ahead. You're about 3 inches extended there. So really good job, okay? And that's what the exercises do. They help you hinge from the hips as opposed to thrust with the hips. That's very important in the golf swing. It creates more consistent shots. It doesn't go left and right, it goes a lot straighter, okay? Now let's look at one other swing fault you had, what was called reverse spine angle, all right? And that's when you're at the top of the swing, the spine tilts towards the target. That again is very hard on your lower back. So let's get that up here. Okay, let's compare these now. If we go this one here, this is your before. There's your top of the swing right there, okay? You can see, oh, that's gonna hurt the back right there, okay? So you just lean it back like that, okay? And now the new one. Right there you are, okay? A lot better back there, okay? A lot straighter back. This one here is a little painful. In the future, you might have even back injury. That's no good. So with those 3 swing faults looked after, you're going to have a healthier body, okay? A little more power in your swing, and hit a straighter ball. That's good.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got a better body. We're going to have a better game with Miss Lee. So when Miss Lee came to us, she didn't have the ability to tilt her pelvis properly that's needed in the golf swing. She really didn't have that motion. So what we did right off the bat, we gave her some cats and dogs exercises so she could initiate the movement of the pelvic floor. And it was very important for her to get that going in the golf swing because she wasn't using that type of motion to transfer power from her lower body to her upper body. And so we got that going right away. Next of all, we gave her a deep squat type of exercise to help her hip hinge properly. The hip hinge really helped her in her early extension. She didn't understand that the pelvis wasn't supposed to thrust towards the ball when we're going down to impact. That's what she thought normal golf motion was. But we showed her what the proper motion was. She was very adaptable to it, and she was able to get rid of her early extension. And the last thing we worked on with her was her posture and her spine. She had a lot of S posture, which puts a lot of pressure on her lumbar spine. In the future, she might have gotten some lumbar pain and maybe a back injury. We'll never know, but I wanted her to get out of that for number 1, for injury, and number 2, it's a better golf position to be in when you start. So we put the club behind her back so she had an understanding where the neutral spine was. So with those 3 things combined, we're able to do a lot of great things with her golf swing. We got rid of her S posture, her early extension, and also got rid of her reverse spine angle. And that was because we were able to get rid of the S posture, and then she didn't have to go back and reverse spine angle. So after all this, she's going to hit the ball a little straighter, a lot straighter really, and a lot more power.